What's up, Magic fans? Mackenzie Thurkill here for an all-new episode of Orlando Magic Soundoff. And of course, the biggest topic this week was Nikola Vucevic participating in this year's All-Star game that was held in Atlanta. And he was so close to winning the Taco Bell Skills Challenge, but there's always next season. So congratulations again to Nikola Vucevic for doing such an amazing job of repping the O. I got the chance to catch up with some of our international fans prior to the All-Star break, plus we had a special guest. So enough of me, let's get right to the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second edition of Orlando Magic Soundoff. I'm Mackenzie Thurkill, and I am joined this week by Magic fans Lawrence, Kaya, and Mikey. Guys, first off, thank you so much for joining us. But I have a surprise for you guys. We have a special guest this week joining us. So I want to see if you guys can guess. Are you guys ready? All right, let's go. Okay, so jersey number 45. Played 6 seasons with the Orlando Magic and was part of the Heart and Hustle team. And then ranks on the Magic's all-time list in block shots, rebounds, and games played. How are we feeling about this? Mikey, any guesses?
I'm going to go Bo.
Ooh, okay. Lawrence?
That was going to be my guess as well. That's what I'm jumping on as well with Mikey.
All right, we're going 2 for Bo. Kaya, where are we at?
I'll go with Bo.
All right, it's a sweep for Bo. Let's see. Is it Bo Outlaw?
Yes,
Hey, it looks like it is. What's up, my guy?
I'm glad y'all finally let me in. I've been sitting in the lobby for like 20 minutes. What's up with that? That's how y'all gonna treat me?
I'm sorry. I had to let the VIPs in first.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. You know I love you. Bo, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just been ripping and running, hanging out.
I got you. All right, so let's get into our show then, shall we? First and foremost, of course, it being the week that it is All-Star Weekend. We are on All-Star break. And of course, one of our very own, Nikola Vucevic, is participating this week in Atlanta in the NBA All-Star Game. And we are so, so proud. So let's talk about it because he deserves all the credit. We know that he's going to be part of Team Durant. We know he's going to have guys like Kyrie on his team, Joel, Kawhi, Bradley Beal. What are you guys hoping to see from him? Lawrence?
You know, honestly, I just want to see him go out there and do work. Recently, he had that big dunk in the Golden State game, so I'm hoping to see a lot more of that. Maybe they let him, I think he's in the Skills Challenge too. So maybe they let him play point for a little bit, take it down court, do a little spin move, maybe finger roll, you know. I see Bo with a couple of moves there, so he copies some of that in the game. That would be nice. I want to see him have fun out there.
Bo, you seem to like that answer.
Yeah, it's an all-star game, so I just want to see a good game. That's my thing because, normally I think last year might have been the best one that was competitive-wise. So when you're in an all-star game, guys are shooting from half court. And it really doesn't benefit a big most of the time. So the guards have the ball, and if you're not a high flyer or a long shooter, you kind of get lost in that shuffle. But hopefully they can fit him in because he shoots the ball extremely well. Like I say, he's a skilled player, but this all-star thing, I just hope that they find some way to, like you say, get him involved more because he's a true big, but he can shoot the ball with range. And he's not overly athletic, but he shoots the ball well, but he's really skilled enough to play basketball. So they want to see high-flying, half-court shots. I'm like, okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Katie gets him some minutes. I know Katie tweeted about Vooch saying how fun of an experience it is watching him play basketball because of his talent. And I know, Lawrence, you mentioned that he is also going to be taking part in the Taco Bell Skills Challenge, and hopefully he brings home that dub for the Orlando Magic since we've gotten snubbed on.
Yeah, we're not talking about no snubs. Yeah, we know how that goes. 2 years.
Yeah, so hopefully he brings it back for us. Mikey, what are you hoping to see in this weekend?
I want to see him rain the threes. A couple of years ago when he got involved in the All-Star game, he didn't really have much to do. He was one of the last players off the bench, so hopefully he can have a bigger part this time round. start knocking down some threes. He's shooting the ball really well from outside this year. And I want to see him go back into the post because that's something we don't see a lot in the All-Star game. So I want to see him bring out that footwork with a bit of, I think we've seen the Hakeem shake the other week in one of the games. So if he can bring that back in the All-Star game on Sunday, that'd be really cool to see. Yeah. And if he can go on and win the skills challenge, that would top his weekend off, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Kaya?
Well, he's a really great offensive player. I mean, we've seen him drop like 42 points in a game back in February. So I really think he just has to go out there and do what he does.
Yeah, Vooch just being Vooch.
I like Kaya. She just says get right to the point and say just get buckets. That's what it is.
And that's all it's about. That's what you want to see in an all-star game. When you have that much talent on a team, I just want to see some like crazy moves, and I want to see a lot of scoring.
You see that crazy moves and a lot of scoring? That's why I'm with Mikey. We need to get him more involved. So all that other stuff, just get upside and let the bigs dominate this all-star game.
Yeah, definitely. But just kind of staying on topic of All-Star, I know we're so excited for this upcoming game, but let's also take a trip down memory lane about maybe some of our other favorite All-Star memories. So I'm going to give you guys just a second to think about what your favorite All-Star memory might be from. And then Bo's kind of like, what are you talking about? I have to think back to the last 30 years.
Go back into the archives? Jeez.
Yeah, man, come on. I am going to say, so this is what I am going to say. I'm going to actually say last year, the AG dunk contest, reason being, first, we got the great rap song, 9 out of 10, jumped over the biggest dude in the building. Shout out to AG for that one. So, and also it was just a great performance, and he should have got the win, and I think we all stand by
I think the year before that one was better.
Oh,
Though I think
okay.
the one in Toronto, when he got snubbed, that was the best one by far.
Yeah, performance-wise, I'd agree with that. I just like his song 9 out of 10 personally because I like how he had the chip on his shoulder coming out of All-Star, and then he had D-Wade on IG Live and was like, yo, man, what's good? Like,
His performance in Toronto, yeah, by far, hands down, that right there was probably one of the best dunk competitions ever right there. Because
with stuff involved.
he was he had stuff involved, but the dunks that he was pulling off, 360s, through the leg, under the leg, like you name it. 50s. And then, so let's not, that's
The drone was supposed to be in the first one, right? Is that when the drone, when he never came out with it, but he had shown that he was going to do a dunk where the drone was going to drop the ball. That wasn't the Toronto one. That was the...
No, that was Toronto.
It was Toronto? Okay.
I think that's when he got snubbed in Toronto, right?
Yeah, but there was one he didn't even get to...
Both times.
Right, well, both times, but the first time.
Yeah.
So I guess that'd probably be my best moment other than...
That's what I was going to say. I think it's 3. I think there's the first one he didn't even get to the final, but he had the drone idea.
The drone was in the second year, I think, wasn't it? Toronto was the one with stuff on the hoverboard. That was the one where he got snubbed, and then the year after he come back with the drone, and he didn't quite get his timing down.
I think Mikey's got it. Maybe.
I might be wrong. That's all I can
Come on,
remember.
Mikey with the come through.
Somebody Google that.
While we're sitting here on our computers, let's just look this up really quick. But Kaya, is there another memory from past All-Stars that featured Orlando Magic players, whether it was either in a game or a skills challenge that you can recall?
Well, I mean, the 2020 dunk contest, that was one of my favorite moments with an Orlando Magic player at the All-Star game. Like, he jumped over Taco Fall, who's 7'5", so that's pretty crazy. Like, it's amazing.
But to Dwight's defense, I will give him that Superman pull-off was pretty impressive. That was very impressive as well. I mean, but I think just overall for the competition level, that one 2020 was good. But Dwight Howard's pulling out the cape, and that was impressive as well. So those two are my top for Magic, but I think these dunks that Aaron did were never seen. They were pretty impressive. So I'm a little biased toward that one, but it's 1A and 1B. So yeah,
It's still one. Whether it's A or B, it's still one. Lawrence, what you got?
You know, my favorite memory actually is it's a dunk as well, but it's not from a skills challenge. It's about 2001, 2002 T-Mac. pulled the in-game off the backboard, off the glass. I think it was over Dirk. Yeah. Pulled it off the glass, finishing it with the alley-oop dunk. You know, Bo, I'm for the theatrics, so I love that he pulled it out in the middle of the game. No one was expecting it at all. And I loved as well, it's a small detail about it, but this is right before they started making the East-West jerseys. So you got to see that Orlando Magic jersey on that high scale, you know, when he made that dunk in that All-Star game. So it was, to me, that was, and I think he did it again.
He done it in
another
games
All-Star game
but
as well.
he did it in the All-Star game, which was pretty cool. Yeah, that was a great.
Yeah, so that to me is one of my favorite All-Star moments.
Mikey?
Bro, Lawrence, you stole mine. I've literally got it on my notes.
Mikey was ready to go.
Literally.
I think he was hacking your phone over there, Mike.
I think it was. 2002.
2002, yep.
With the White Stars uniforms, yeah. Throwing it over Steve Nash and then dunking past Dirk. Yeah, that was one of my highlights. Also, probably the other one that don't get talked about so much was the All-Star game. Well, we've had two in Orlando, but the one I remember was 2012, just after the Amway Center got opened. And I remember that All-Star game was quite a spectacle. It was quite a tight game down the stretch. I think the West went on and won it. But, yeah, that was a good highlight, was 2012 as well. But, yeah, you stole mine. I can't believe you did that.
Well, you've been giving all the good answers, so I had to sneak in and see what you had there going on.
Bo, you got any other moments that we maybe have not mentioned?
Right offhand, no, because like I said, my archives, it get a little rusty and foggy back that far. So I got to I don't even know if all y'all even born when I have some memories. So we're gonna keep those right there and play.
I won't hold it against you. I won't hold it against you. But before we get to our third and final topic, I, of course, want to talk about some honorable tweets that some Orlando Magic fans put out this week. The first one, which I really appreciated, comes from the Markelle Fultz burner account. And the tweet is, Chuma is a young Kawhi. So we chillin'. So shout out to the Markelle Fultz. That's what the Markelle Fultz burner account said. Chuma is a young Kawhi. We chillin'. I appreciated that.
That's a big shoes right there. I'm a fan of Chum. He's impressed me. I didn't think he would be playing the way he's playing now. He's playing well. He comes in. What's impressive, his IQ is very high. He understands the game. He makes the plays. And with time, his athleticism and strength are going to come. He shoots the ball extremely well, but I like his effort. Like, he's playing like he's still in college. He goes out there and plays the game. He plays it hard. He plays it the right way. And so I'm a fan of his. I haven't got to speak with him much because of this 19 situation. But, yeah, once this changes, yeah, I want to just tell him congratulations and keep working. Like, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. There's so much potential there for what he is so capable of in this league. And we've only just really, I think, seen the tip of the iceberg. And you know what? If he does turn into the next Kawhi, I'm not going to be mad about it.
Most definitely won't be mad. I think the other three might be mad. Am I wrong here? Mikey?
Not mad at all.
Most definitely? Okay.
He had a chance, like you said, do the 19 situation to grow out his hair and get the braids, so he could have started the process. I don't know why he didn't grow out the hair, get some braids with everyone else.
Nah, I like the little low cut. I'm cool, but I'm quite sure.
Oh, wow. Okay, shots fired. Got it. Okay, moving on.
Look, I'm a fan of the low cut. Only because
Kaya,
it doesn't grow.
Kaya, what's been your impression of Chuma so far this season?
I mean, he's a good player, and he's still young, so he has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Kaya, how old are you?
I'm 14.
There you go. You talking about somebody young.
Hey, young Orlando Magic fan in the building.
No,
welcome.
I'm loving the fact that she's a fan at 14. Like, you know what that means, right? Y'all know what that means, right? She's going to be a fan for a long time. So we got a fan that we're just grooming, just touching the surface. So for you to be this educated about the Magic right now, I'm very impressed. So kudos to you. Congratulations. This is the future, and I'm proud to be part of you experiencing this Magic opportunity and growing with us. So thank you.
Thank you.
That was very well said, Bo. I like that.
No, because I'm sitting there looking at her like, she cannot be this. So she, like, I might have shoes older than her. Like, this is unbelievable. For her to have this Magic knowledge is very impressive. This is pretty cool.
Are your parents Magic fans?
No, we live in Toronto, so they're Raptors fans. I'm the only Magic fan in my family.
That's what I'm talking about. Hold it down.
Oh,
The fans standing up in this.
rep the 06. Let's get it. So
Wait a
how did you
minute.
become a Magic fan?
Time out. I'm new here. So we got Toronto, Lawrence,
I'm here in Orlando.
Mikey.
I'm in the UK.
I knew you wasn't here because it's kind of like obvious with that little conversation piece you got going there. So I'm just saying. So this is new to me for you guys. So I'm woo. This is what's up. I appreciate this. Like, this is awesome.
No, so Kai, I do want to get back to that. So how did you become a Magic fan if your parents are Raptors fans?
So I was watching the 2016 dunk contest, and Aaron Gordon was in it, and I was like,
What'd I
wow,
just
he's
tell you?
great. So then I just started watching Magic, and yeah.
There's not that much difference in age either.
It's fair. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
It's very true.
What is Aaron? 24?
Yeah, he's like 25, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like 10 years difference there. So yeah, she's like, okay, that can be my big brother. Right.
Kaya, I love it. I love it so much.
That's
All right,
awesome.
let's get to our second tweet, and it comes from Janine Richmond, who wrote, as a frontline COVID-19 research nurse for the past 10 months, there is no way to put into words what this seemingly small gesture by @RealGrant33 meant last night. For this brief moment, I was able to just be an NBA fan, seeing one of the greats, and she posted a picture, masked up, Grant Hill in the background. They were next to each other in boxes at the Amway Center. So, of course, thank you, Janine, for all of your service over the past year. And I'm so glad you got the opportunity to watch the Orlando Magic in person. With it being the halfway mark of this season, let's look back at the first half of this season and just kind of talk about some of our favorite memories. I know off the top, for me, Cole Anthony buzzer beater against Minnesota Timberwolves has to be maybe one
I
of
think
those.
you should go first because I think everyone's going to have that. That is so not fair. No.
I think it's fair.
Okay.
I'm the host. This is the beauty of hosting.
This is true. That's a great one. Like, that's a great one. Jeez, I'm supposed to top that. There's a lot of good memories. Like, say, the thing is, we had more. Like, we got so many injuries. I think good memories for me is like seeing Kim Birch playing well with the injuries that guys are stepping. My thing is to see guys stepping up. Because normally you have guys saying they want more minutes, and now you're getting this opportunity. What are you doing with them? We're not winning all the games we want to, but my great memories, I guess, of seeing the younger guys get opportunity and taking advantage of it. So, perfect example, Cole. He got pushed into the starting role, playing very well. And he was handling, he made an adjustment from being a scoring guard to distributing, making sure Vooch is involved. And he was starting to understand that role. And then, of course, he's hurt. So that was my thing. I guess the enjoyment for me, I'm trying to say, is the growth of our younger guys. And it's
Most definitely.
so that's what
Most
I
definitely.
like out. I just enjoy that part of it.
What about you, Mikey?
I've got two. Am I allowed to have two?
Oh, he's
Yeah, go. Yeah.
you from the UK. You got two. You're a long way away. You get two.
Well, one of them was back in January against the Knicks, and David, Jeff, and Dante did us a little shout out for Orlando Magic UK during the broadcast when we were playing the Knicks. Shout out to Penny for Our Thoughts, our little podcast. So that was a nice little shout out for us. My favourite was actually Aaron Gordon getting a little bit of revenge on Kyle Lowry when he dropped the shoulder into him.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm going with. Because
That was a great pull. I love it.
right,
I love
because
it.
I don't like Toronto. I don't like Kyle Lowry.
Wait.
And,
No, Kaya, we like you.
Yeah, she's
We
got
like
the
you.
headphones in. She's good. She's got the headphones in.
You're
The parents
good.
can't hear.
We need to get Kaya's thoughts on this.
I was on Aaron Gordon's side, and like everybody I know was on Kyle Lowry's side, so they were all getting mad at me. A lot of arguments, but it's all right.
Go to school the next day and be like, what's good? Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love it. What about you, Lawrence?
I know the game winner was brought up. Does the interview count as well? The post game interview, does that count as? Can I do that as well? No. I think it's not so much a moment for me. It's just the beginning of the season. Obviously, I mean, I guess if you narrow it down to a moment, it might be beating the Heat in our home opener. But then going on to have the great start that we did, when you saw a little bit of the plans that we had with this core actually gelling and making it work. Obviously minus Jonathan Isaac, but and then injury starts to pile on. But almost referencing that tweet about Chuma, I mean, we have a good core, we have a strong core. We saw what it would look like at the beginning of the season, so we good. And that's how I feel about that beginning of the season there.
No, that's a good one. I was going to mention that. That just shows, despite everything that we've endured this season, it shows us what this team really can be and the potential that we have, whether it's the second half of the season or even just at the start of next season, that we can really make a lot of noise, which is always so great to see. Kai, do you have any other favorite moments?
Yes, I do, and I'm sorry to bring up Aaron Gordon again. Well, not really sorry, but when he dunked over Giannis, that was amazing. He put him on a poster. That was great.
Yes, I like how she gets
Put
right
it on
to
a
the
poster and
point.
we're shipping it to Kaya first. We'll see if we can make that happen for you.
That's what's up.
But Bo, since you are joining us, I actually am going to now turn it over to the fans for a segment I like to call Ask Bo Anything.
Whoa.
Within reason. Within reason. This is a show on YouTube and we're, not trying to be crazy with it. So if anyone has a question, Kaya, I'll let you go first. Do you have a question for Bo?
I think so, yes.
You don't have to.
I'm a young athlete. Like, how many hours were you training, like, at my age?
So
That was
good
a great
question.
question.
It's the balance thing. You got to do the schooling first. And my thing was when I came home, my mom made me do my homework as soon as I got home. So once I finished my homework, I got home probably about 3. I had 2 hours. I would try to be done in 2 hours. So I'd be done at 5, depending on how much homework I had. And the rest was playing sports, basketball, whatever I did, football, track, whatever I did. When I grew up, it's a little different times. I didn't have trainers and all that. We just had multiple sports and we were seasonal. But we did everything like all year. But like when it was football season, we played football. When it was basketball season, we played basketball. When we ran track, it was track season. When I was swimming, we were swimming. So it was just seasonal. But training for you would be kind of like balance, at least a minimum of 2 hours just a day, because 1 hour sessions though, you don't want to go 2 straight hours because you're going to get tired and wore down and then you're going to practice bad habits. So I don't say go 2 straight hours unless you're at practice. But if you're individually working out, 2 straight hours is a long time unless you're learning some new stuff. So 1 hour, take a break, go eat, woo, come back, refresh, and then work on something else.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That was a good one. Lawrence, you got a question?
Yeah, I got one.
He's
Bring
thinking
it
of it. He's
quickly.
making this one up. I got one. I got it.
With Vooch's nod to the All-Star game, that makes for the first time in a long time a multi-All-Star on our team. Do you think that anyone on this current roster has potential, maybe not even to be a multi-All-Star, but to be an All-Star at least?
When you look at All-Stars, you got to look at positioning. So right now, Vooch is going to be the most dominant one at that position for the center. Because you look at the guards positions in the East, it's kind of heavy. Look at the 2 guards, it's really heavy. So you start looking at positions. Do we have a guy? Right now, Vooch is our best shot. Can you say healthy Jonathan Isaac? Possibly. Markelle Fultz? Possibly. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So we
what I
got
was
guys
looking
with
for. I like
potential.
Fultz.
You know, so Fultz, I'm a fan because they were doubting him, and he's proved all the doubters that, hey, I can't play. I was dealing with some stuff, and I didn't even bring it to the media. I just dealt with it and took all your criticism. He didn't complain about his injuries or what was happening. He just took it and said, okay. And they talked about how good, bad he wasn't, and he came here, and we all supported him. Now look, so right now, I would say those 3. We got Vooch as an All-Star. Isaac, because He does a lot on both ends. And folks, because he controls the whole game. So y'all in there eating up the food. Yeah, they eating. And I'm What's up, buddy? They eating and I'm over there. They gonna walk by and show me some food. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Me and food get along well. But yeah, so
Mikey,
those are
you
my
got a
three.
question?
Mikey, what you
Yeah,
got?
I was actually about Kaya's age when I first became a Magic fan, so I'm not going to tell you how old I am now.
Yeah, you like,
but,
she's 14, you like 21. It's not that much difference.
exactly, you know. T-Mac's my guy. He was the guy I grew up watching. Do you have any great highlights or memories playing with T-Mac? What was he like as a teammate?
Oh man, this is what's when he first got here. Me and Dal Armstrong was on the team, and we were playing. He's a very unselfish guy. For a guy who scores as much as he does, he's very unselfish. How do I know this? Because I think I scored maybe 1 or 2 buckets in a row, and he told them to run a play for me, which I'm like, no, don't run a play for me, run a play for you. Like, I didn't want the play. But he was willing to give up the ball to help his teammates, and he was willing to try to learn the schemes that we had to help the team win. And he's a really, really, really good player. Like, I play with some great players, and he's one of them. He's special. He's very special. And he sleeps a lot too.
Well, Bo, as always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. It's always such a pleasure to talk to you and just be able to pick your brain and talk basketball. And you're such a legend yourself in the Orlando Magic community.
I appreciate you saying that.
Thank you so much.
I didn't know that, but I'm all, like I say, I'm always willing to, because we have fun whenever we do interviews and we do segments. You're professional at your job. You make it easy. You keep it light, and we still get to what we need to get done. So I really appreciate you and your efforts and what you're doing on the shows that you're running, because you're not really hosting them. You're running the shows so great job and continue to work. And rest of you guys, thank y'all for support, being Magic fans, not locally only, but as you can see, worldwide. And we got young and old, and that's what it's about, just coming together and enjoying one thing. And I appreciate y'all so much, because without you guys, there's really no us. So we can't be famous if you guys don't like us. So thank y'all so much for making it possible for those guys being famous now, because I'm the has-been, so they're still famous. So thank y'all.
Yeah, Lawrence, Kaya, Mikey, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And it's so amazing that we have 3 guests in 3 different countries. Like, that's amazing. And the fact that it's not only the NBA or a sport, it's the Orlando Magic that brings us all together. So thank you guys so much for joining me on Orlando Magic Soundoff. Again, I would like to thank this week's guest and, of course, for Bo Outlaw for coming through. If you ever want to be a guest on our show, make sure you let us know down below in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode of Orlando Magic Soundoff, plus all of the other amazing Orlando Magic content. I'm Mackenzie Thurkel, and I'll see you next week.